financial administration section, we can look at, we can receive payments and donations. Let me take myself off the screen now. You type in the member who is going to make the payment. Let's say Daniel Owusu. Today I'm on Daniel Owusu, right? Okay, he's going to pay maybe his tithes. He's paying cash, and he's paying an amount of, let's say, 100 Ghana cedis, and he's paying for the month of September. Or some people may want, let's say he's paying for his pledges, and he's paying for all these months. Let's say he's paying for 6 months at once. You can have it, and then let's say that's 500 Ghana cedis. So once he's paid for 6 months at once, and you save, a receipt is generated. The name being Daniel Owusu, the amount, and he's paid for the pledges. I received the amount, so my name is here. The computer will log my name in as well, and I can print this receipt immediately for the person. This receipt, I haven't put your church name here because there's no church. I don't want to put any church name here, but if I install for you, you have your church name on the receipt. So that's it. Then now we can look at the payment history. If we come here and now we check for Daniel, we can see we have two Daniels, Daniel Owusu and Daniel Mensah. Let's look at Daniel Mensah. Daniel Mensah, I want to check his payment history for the whole of 2018 till December 2018, all his payment history, and I can see Daniel Mensah's payment history. Daniel Mensah paid 10 cedis on September 28th for donations. Daniel Mensah paid 40 cedis on September 28th for tithes, and he paid 25 cedis on September 28th for tithes again. I could filter better. If he paid only for tithes, what was it? So his total payment for tithes has been 65 Ghana cedis, and he paid on this date and this date. I can also filter, since I'm still on Daniel, I could still filter for donations alone, and he's paid 10 cedis for donations alone. Then we can look at pledges. If I select this, Daniel has no payment for pledges within the period of the 1st January 2018 till December 2018. I could also search again and see. We went to Daniel. The first one we did was not Daniel Mensah, it was rather Daniel Owusu, right? Okay, so I can search again, and this time I'll take Daniel Owusu. For Daniel Owusu, I want to also check, since we are in 2018 till December, how many payments has Daniel made? For all his payments, he's paid 500 Ghana cedis. For pledges, you remember we entered for pledges alone, and that's all. So Daniel has not paid any tithes this year, and he hasn't even paid for any donations this year as well. However, if we look at his pledges, he has paid for this. The remarks would actually show the number of months for which he paid, which I haven't put here yet. But this just shows you a brief overview of all the features of the church management software. Indeed, we can generate any form of report that your church needs in order to help you to easily manage the finances of your church. We also have expenses reports, where you can choose the department, let's say the choir, and you want to know how much they spend on transportation. If you click, they haven't spent anything because we haven't entered anything in the system. But if I look at all their expenses for the choir, we may find it here. For every department in your church, you would have them showing up here, so you can see for which. You can also check, okay, I think there's an error here. I did not choose the year well. Let's say for the year 2018, we want to check if the choir spent, how much money the choir spent totally. They spent 50 Ghana cedis only, and that was on transportation. You can also look at your revenue reports. Revenue by category, revenue by the total revenue. So if I take by category, we can see the total revenue. I want to know how much the church has earned from tithing alone within the period of within this year 2018, from January to December, let's say December 31st. Okay, so now I submit and I can see the church has earned 1,000 Ghana cedis, 1,000 Ghana cedis and 1,032 Ghana cedis. Okay, and most of the payments have been on these days. These are the amounts, these are the members who have paid, and this is the name of the cashier that received. I'm the only cashier on my system, so my name keeps repeating here as in received by who, and that's the total amount. All these people would also have their receipts to show for it and the dates on which they paid. That's for tithes. I could also check for donations and see. For donations, I have only 35 Ghana cedis for donations. Daniel Mensah paid a donation of 10 and Lena paid a donation of 25. So this is just a brief overview of the church management software, and it shows how you can use it to generate reports of all your financial stuff. Plus, you can also make use of it even in other areas also. Thank you very much for your attention.